You've chosen a podcast from Low Moon Uprising. Enjoy. Okay, once last we broke, the party had been victorious, albeit with some casualties and some kind of running on into combat, as it were, as Deermood hunted down and single-handedly
hunted him like a dog.
More like an angel, but an angel dog.
Excuse me, single-handedly?
That's why I said that.
That's what the legends are going to say, because he tells the stories here.
They're not going to mention Jake heroically throwing his club.
No, I'll make sure the bards get that in.
So, anyway, he did hunt down and kill the Dracolich. And I believe it was Brunson that actually went and found him. And then
At one hit point.
you were laying there, beat the snot, yes. And then you did find a very large puzzle piece in the bone remains of the
I just want to be nearby when you try and put it together.
I can't.
Nope. It looks like that piece will not go together with the other pieces without something to hold them together. That was previously determined.
Like glue?
No, like some kind of... If you look at the bottom of it, he has the actual piece. So if you look at the bottom of it, there's like a hole in it. So the bottom, it somehow fits together with another piece that would connect.
I need more puzzle pieces. That's the point.
We have one right there.
Are you actually taking them out and trying to put them together?
Not yet.
Well, we
Okay.
already had the three put together.
At one time, yes.
So, okay, as a point of clarification,
Well, this would be you actually doing it.
do we have to assemble them to get the clue to where the next one is or not?
You don't think so.
Okay.
However,
So pass
because
the two pieces.
one piece should theoretically lead you to another.
Pass this piece to everyone at the table. I already touched it.
It could be that,
Several people are dead, so.
yes, dead people touching it probably isn't going to do anything.
Pass it to everyone who's currently
And actually, it's not several.
Thor's dead, and I don't think... Did you get
Xavier's
Thor's?
dead, Xavier's down one left.
Yeah, I'm not dead.
And thawing. That's where we
Yes,
left off.
I'm
Yes.
thawing out.
So here's where we had left off. Let's just clarify everyone's state. So you're nestled up in a brush, sort of a brush fort, if you will, that John arranged, and I think Jake. Does that sound right? You stayed there while they went out, right?
I chased the dragon with Deermood and then came back.
Brother.
Okay.
It's like,
All right. So yeah. So,
or no, I ended up getting to the dragon, the corpses of the dragon.
so you're the one that found him in the
Yeah.
pile of bones. That sounds right.
Alright.
Okay.
And then
So-
I came back and John had done up the,
All right, so John had drug Bazor's body and Xavier's frozen body, which he actually accidentally broke off his pinky,
and the,
and Theon.
is that it?
Yeah. Correct.
And was surprised when Theon came back.
Yes, and then Theon gasped himself back to life roughly an hour after combat. So what we have right now is a roughly thrown together, basically think like a big hollow lilac bush, and some branches propped up against it. Area, space under the brush. So from outside, you're not visible. You're not visible from the top. And for those of you who are unconscious or dead, you're just sort of like strewn in there, laid out in some gentle repose, as it were. But the only people that were unconscious or dead at that time were Xavier, who was basically kind of like frozen and working on thawing out, but it was determined that he was alive. Okay, and then you have Brunson operational, Jake operational, Theon operational, Deerwood operational. Although people are beat up pretty good, but Xavier and Bazor are down, and John.
I'm going to ask Sonorous for the phrase for my amulet.
Okay, the one that you found.
Yeah.
I'm at 15.
The magic one.
With 3/4 structural.
Like, so by magic one, I mean... Or
You really don't like experience, huh?
He doesn't need it.
I'll just burn it. Or
You train, man.
Yeah, stop trying to identify magic items until you train.
Well, he pretty much already identified it.
Did you get experience for it?
No, Sonorous probably would.
Then knock it off!
What did Sonorous tell you?
He told me it was an amulet of magic protection,
Uh-huh.
and it had a phrase to unlock it, and it was ancient Geoff.
Okay. So you want the words to trigger it, not what it means. Or you want both?
That'd be both.
Okay. Okay, the words in common would translate roughly to the death of magic is found in life.
Where's the ring? Write this down.
That's alien.
Magic resistance medallion is what I wrote.
The death of magic is found in
I'm
life.
not cool with this whole death of magic thing.
The death of magic?
The death of magic is found in life.
I used my
I would
desk.
totally have to switch professions. I could still be an alchemist.
I can't do Death's Door and then natural healing.
Correct. Okay, so in old Geoffian is as this. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Il, as in I-L, mech, M-E-K, separate word. Il mech, Ondian, ek, E-K,
Amaldan, O-N-D-I-N.
The word trigger
A-N-D-I-A-N.
is E-K.
A-N-D-I-N.
Correct, new word. Ek, E-K, and new word, Li, L-I.
Fair enough.
So it's Il, mech, Ondian, ek, Li.
They're caramel
Bill,
puffs.
Mac, Amaldan. And then it's 12 hours. Keep those away for all the time.
No high fructose corn syrup.
Okay.
No artificial preservatives, colors, or flavors.
It is a powerful magic item with a history.
Okay. So if I figure out its duration, I'd get like partial experience or something. Or
Probably not,
that's fine.
because you don't have any control over it. Unless you find out that there's a way that you can control the duration and find out how to control the duration, then I would give it to you.
Dangerously
But otherwise, if you find out how to turn it on, it turns on, and it turns off at the end of the duration, you'll just know how long it went.
Something like this
That's all
recharge
you'll
over
really
dawn,
know.
or
What's that?
something like this recharge over dawn, or
He doesn't know. Okay, so amulet, awake,
Also, can I let you
doing
know
anything? Are you death dooring
Yeah.
on Xavier? Okay, so you're at 0 hit points now, and you do have 1/8 structural on top of whatever you previously had, so that doesn't put you at an even point, does it? Okay. All right, so you have 1/8 structural.
The only thing that took me out was the breath.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. So you have 1/8 structural, and you have immense pain in your left hand. And upon searching it, the pain appears to be in your pinky. And upon checking, you realize you don't have a pinky. It's gone.
It is heavily bandaged.
It is phantom.
Like, it's wrapped like this, but there's like the pinky is missing, so it's wrapped like this. There you go. And then
Phantom.
you have phantom pinky pain, really bad.
John stumbles over you. He's like, what's the guy's name?
John,
John took off your pinky while you were sleeping.
I heard that.
You did it!
It was an accident. I said it was an
You
accident.
said you did it on purpose.
You said I took off his pinky.
Yes, that's what happened.
While he was trying to drag you to safety.
He saved your life.
I didn't drag him.
Okay,
I carried him. I just didn't know he was so fragile.
Can
I have it. Actually, I put it in your pouch.
Don't put it on your character sheet. You might want to get that put on ice.
Yeah, it's wrapped in a piece of cloth.
Does Brenton say that? Because Brenton says that Demon Blast.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, right in your character sheet, my only severed pinky.
Hey, there's a song from a famous bard I know that describes the situation.
It is
You're as
possible
cold
to
as
have it
ice, willing to sacrifice
Well, you
your
need
life
either a paladin
to a Drake a
of
lich.
some
Bard takes out.
Sounds like a foreign song.
very,
Yeah, it is. It's Eastern language.
ice,
Dang foreigners.
I guess.
Right.
Ice.
That's going to be a problem because there's no ice. The closest thing to ice is Xavier.
How about my pouch of accessibility? Will that preserve it?
No.
What are we looking to preserve?
How about my item spell?
Yes, that would preserve it.
That's a huge waste.
I pinky.
A looping illusionist or chronomancer could have solved this problem. but
Yes.
We don't have that. We
Why
don't have
die?
that. We don't have that luxury.
Does it make it look like you're reattaching
I
his
can't
pinky?
hitting you until the morning.
Okay.
You didn't take
Anyway.
knowing we're going into this big battle, you didn't take a raised deck?
The sun is definitely down. So it's not just the shadow of the keep that you are under, but it is dark.
To access it.
In fact, when you look away from your little area where you're using light from
Continue like
a
one.
candle, not a continual light coin unless you specifically pull it out and use it.
That's what I was using unless somebody.
Okay, someone said it probably you should put it away.
Put it away.
Because a small ball of daylight sitting on the countryside is kind of a distraction, or an attraction might be a better way of saying it. Okay. So yes, there is a single candle by which you are all seeing by. And looking away from that.
Rummage through my bag and drink my last healing potion.
Okay.
Hold up.
Go for it.
Bottle.
Oh, that'll work.
Okay. You're gonna put the healing potion in the bottle.
All of what's the?
You're gonna take all three? Are you sure?
No.
Wait, what's the squire guy's name?
Pace yourself,
Where's my
friend.
DMG?
What's wrong with taking some free?
What's the squire guy's name?
John.
All of his equipment
Dude,
is
that
gone.
chair just broke.
Also,
Who's the
The leg went like this, Tommy.
I made his
You went
armor
to
and
slide.
weapon.
Yeah, it came out of
Oh,
it came out of the joint.
nice. Okay, well, he probably got somebody else's sword. Yeah, so John is just in normal clothes, and he has a sword that he picked up from somewhere. He does not have the
Bad
Bazor
things
made
happen.
equipment. Because Bazor,
Yeah, bad things happen. Like
Bazor bit the bullet, and all of John's
extreme
awesome
indigestion
illusionary equipment went
among
with him.
worse things.
I specifically
Did the
did
axe
all
survive?
of the money that he put into
Okay, well then
circulation.
I'll
Oh,
get one.
John says, I can use that.
No.
I'll drink one.
Matter of fact, I will item just the axe.
And the Baze will do the finger too then, at that point, right?
No.
Look me.
No?
I plan on destroying this item.
That doesn't do any good. You destroy the item, the axe comes back.
I can't throw it in a fire?
You can, but fire's not going to destroy the axe. It take more than that.
Alright, we need to fly over a volcano.
We used my bottle, Dan.
That would do it.
We used my bottle, and each of us took a drink.
Okay.
Me, Theon, and.
So you turned one potion into three, and everybody took one
Can I
potion. Got it.
fold something else and not fold myself?
Yes.
Did I get a potion?
I could launch
It
it
is
into
twice
No.
as disorienting, but yes. And you could not.
I'm now at 8 hit points instead of.
Folding does not work.
I'm pretty sure you can't fold across planes.
I
You
actually
can't
have 15,
fold
so-
to space.
I
You
could
fold
launch
to a
it
location.
into a volcano.
I do have to put
If that's what you wanted.
Did someone explain to Xavier for future reference that it is dangerous to drink
Yes.
more than one potion at once? Okay, I just want to make sure he had that knowledge now. Because he did not. He was playing he was role playing, but he didn't have it because his character didn't have it.
I heard a story once of a guy who drank 5 potions and turned to literal goo.
Oh.
And another guy blew up. Like, there's a few stories of these. They're like usually told to drunk people to make them laugh. But I've heard a few.
So, more than one potion bad.
Yeah, one guy's arm just fell straight off.
There was a story back home about an elf that went impotent after drinking 3.
Great thing about stories is, even if you're wrong about like the side effects, it still could be a story.
Whatever, yeah. So if as long as you don't tell them it's the truth, you just tell them I heard a story, then you can say whatever you want. You would know from your legend lore ability that it is possible to have beneficial effects
But then one guy,
could I manipulate things through alchemy to...
to increase the likelihood of a benefit. Sure.
Oh, dude, we are so practicing. Let's go. Get your 2 potions ready. Come on, what do I gotta
and
do?
I have a
A
bottle
little
that
pinch of grass, a little pinch of dirt. There you go. You're all good.
I have a bottle that makes 1 potion 3 as well.
Yeah, that's
So
nice.
it'll make this more efficient.
What do I gotta do?
Now it's probably not the best time for this.
Well, 2 potions
What?
and some stuff.
Because half the party is like, we have a combined hit points of like
He's
30.
already getting a raised dead tomorrow.
And I make up half of
One
that.
raised dead.
He can get another
Okay,
one.
feed it to Bazor.
Speed potion and invisibility, that's it.
Maybe after 3 days, if the bottle refills, which is not, it's not.
Not a given.
Okay, I need to hit up an alchemy shop or something. I need supplies for this.
You have a whole proficiency you've like almost never used except for the enterprise potions.
I use it a
In
bunch.
theory, you have an alchemist on retainer out there in the world. You hired that guy to go back and set up your lab.
Yeah, I know. We just never go back to Charlotte's Keep ever.
I would be fine.
It's
with
probably destroyed.
The
at
life
this
of an
point.
adventurer.
The
We
goblins are
could go
probably.
back if you want.
Yeah,
Like
I've
tomorrow.
been wanting to go back. I can go back right now. I got 2 teleports.
Take a hiatus.
Hopefully she found some new pants.
Mine is a little safer.
Thought we were under the
I've
presumption
memorized the location.
that she died. I gotta say.
So I would debate whether or not it's safe.
You know what?
There was a rumor that you heard that
Depending on
she
if
had
there's a
died.
thunderstorm.
We found a skeleton in
Oh, that,
the,
yes.
in
Oh,
the
that.
asylum, but didn't we come to find out that the asylum is just like modeled after it? So it kind of dispels.
Well,
that
when you
whole-
found the skeleton, they asked whether or not. I think you used an augury to ask whether she was dead or not. That sound right? What was the answer?
I think there's no answer.
No, so she was not dead.
Yeah.
So
That sounds
I wasn't believing anything.
That
I
sounds
saw
right to me.
In the illusion asylum.
You have such a high standard for reality. I just don't understand.
So much reality has been shaped in that place. It's ridiculous.
Charlotte's Keep would be a good place to
Recuperate and
Rest up and go back to get ready to go after
assuming
another
it's
puzzle piece.
still like
Well,
there.
can we find out where the next puzzle piece is first, or get the inkling?
Maybe.
Or whatever?
Well,
If
everybody
Bazor was alive, you'd have a
alive.
lot better chance. Since he's
I'll
the
do-
only-
we do it
last
he's
time.
the-
But doesn't
Bazor interpreted Charlotte's visions, or not Charlotte, Janny's visions.
Okay.
And then he used
do not
the
have
flash
Danny?
to...
So what about the
And you do
puzzle
not have
pieces? Because the puzzle pieces have that ability,
They,
right?
in theory, a possessor of the puzzle piece is pushed toward the next puzzle piece.
Yeah,
Yes.
we passed the pieces all around to everyone, but
So-
Bezor didn't.
Give me a puzzle piece.
But no success has
Theon
been gleaned.
has been holding it in his left hand.
Some of them are in
Something
Bezor's
comes-
pouch of
yeah.
You
accessibility.
worry about raising people.
I can't until tomorrow. I
right.
Some of those pieces actually are
All right.
in Bezor's pouch, correct?
Yeah,
We
in
would've
his
got 'em.
pouch of
Two of his
accessibility.
Yes.
They was passing all the pieces
Now,
around.
I
So,
do remember.
is that your pouch of accessibility, or was it mine now? I thought you gave it to me before you left the party.
I was told it was given back.
Oh, okay, then I guess I'll erase it off my character sheet.
Now, I remember when we
Dan?
tried to put the puzzle
Okay,
pieces
you're rubbing
together
it.
before, like
Tapping
Hello?
it,
big
listening
scary
to it.
guy tried to
Okay, let's
come
see.
after us.
I hear the ocean.
You hear a slight tinnitus, like in your ear, a little ringing, but nothing from the piece.
Let me try.
Would you give me a second? You have the longest life out of all of us. You can wait. I'm concentrating. I'll hold it to my head like Johnny Carson.
It burst into flames.
John comes into the little area where you're all lounging about and talking and whatever, and you're fiddling with the puzzle piece, and you've been drinking potions, and
Have Don
you
just touch it.
duplicated potions, blah, blah. And John comes in, and he says, "Hey, there's somebody in the camp. I saw movement in the camp."
Get your sword, Jake.
I'm already on the sword, like moving to go outside.
Okay. He goes with you to show you what he saw. If you don't want to miss any of the story, Low Moon Origins, Uprising, or Outsiders, like and follow our podcast. Please share it with friends. Okay. So looking down over the hills, I mean, it's dark outside. But where the camp is, where the big tents were, where the undead came from, basically, in that area, you can see that the moon is from behind the clouds, lighting that area up a little bit. It's a kind of a higher kind of prominence of land, and in back you can see forest, deep dark shadows behind it. But here you can see it, and he says, amongst the tents on the front third, and you watch and roll d20.
Okay. What camp is this?
It was the camp of the knights that apparently came, but they got decimated by the Dracula and became the undead army of the knights that you fought.
Unless we go by your roll, I see nothing. 'Cause it's 19.
If
Okay.
we're not messing
You
around
do
with
not
the
see any
puzzle pieces,
movement.
I'm gonna go with them and follow it.
Okay, well, they're not leaving. They just went as far as like the edge of your little brush fort
Well, we're putting the puzzle piece away until whatever that is, we make sure.
is resolved. Okay.
Yeah, I'll when I notice Jake in this,
Let's see if
I'll
he
go.
sees anything.
Yes, having it out of this dimension would be nice.
I can't see anything now, but I swear there was movement there.
When
I
I,
don't see anything.
I think a single individual. Could just be maybe another zombie. I don't know.
Bless you.
Do I see anything?
I'll start heading that way.
Mine's open.
Okay. So Jake is leaving the brush fort to head down over, really. It's kind of over and slightly down toward the encampment. Meanwhile, Theon looks at the... Oh, yeah. Theon looks at the
I knew he was fake to do that.
encampment, and you may roll a d20, sir.
So about my rolls. 5.
Okay. Upon looking, you see him heading out. John is still staying here at the edge of the brush fort, and then he gets up and he's walking away. So he's walking out across the former battlefield where you guys fought the Dracolich. Okay, heading that way. Doesn't appear to be heading toward any particular thing, just the encampment in general. And you see a flutter of movement. Small, like one person, move from one tent, like the wall of one tent, to another door of a tent.
How far are they from me?
The encampment begins at about 200 yards,
Okay.
and then it is about probably 50 yards across. So they're maybe like 130 yards away.
How far is
Or
she?
230, sorry. Jake is
Whoa.
10 yards.
What?
Movement. And I'll sort of try to point out to him which tent it was. And
Okay, so
I'll be
it's
able to get
the
one.
second one from the left in the back.
Begin with season investigating. He'll
Move from one tent into another.
Which one?
Yes. What did you say?
The second from the left in the back.
Second from the left. In the back
Okay.
looked like about the size of a man.
Now, whoever it was seemed to go in the tent.
Yeah.
So, like, if he looks now, he's not going to see him.
Yeah.
I start heading to
Well,
the
I said
second tent
into
on the
another.
Okay. All right. So, are you walking, jogging, running?
Moving quickly, cautiously.
So, jogging
when
alertly, or walking fast alertly. Okay,
Speed
walking
walk.
fast. Okay. He speed walks through the high grass in his heavy armor. So, yeah. He'll get there in a minute or two.
When David sees them investigating something, he'll go check it out.
Okay. Well, they went up to the edge of the brush camp. You probably heard the conversation because they were only maybe like 5-10 feet away. Okay. So Deermood is getting up and heading out of the brush camp as well. John is staying at the brush camp.
Okay, so should we all just go? It's only you and me left.
I don't want to go over there. I mean, I will.
Theon's coming back.
I thought John went with him.
What?
I thought John
No,
went
John is staying at the brush camp where you guys are.
I'm staying here.
Theon has 8 hit points. Theon's coming back.
with him. 1, 2,
So Jake and
I'm going
Deermood.
with him.
So Jake, Deermood, and Brunson are going.
Yeah.
If Brunson's going, I'll go.
No,
Okay.
more meat in front
All
of
right.
me than back here.
All right. So
I don't want
Jake.
to be left there with 2 people in a dead
Deermood catches up to Jake easily. Brunson catches up to the 2 of them. Then you hear grass crunching behind you. You look and you see Theon's coming along as well.
What's going on, Jake?
Oh, I thought he was.
You don't hear
He had gone back to
Theon
camp. Now
something-
he's come up.
Theon said it was over this direction.
Okay.
His
So-
boots of
I
elven
didn't hear.
power.
I didn't hear. You didn't hear footsteps.
Can I look around and see if I see anything?
Okay. So as the 4 of you are approaching the camp, Jake in the lead, unless somebody's pressing out past him, you can all roll a d20 and see if you spot
Damon
it.
will take the lead.
My
17.
wisdom.
Made wisdom by 1.
My wisdom by 2.
Made my wisdom exactly.
You rolled 17?
Let's go with your roll, Dan.
Oh, wait a second.
Okay. So Deermood and Jake see a little bit of movement, a low-lying shadow along the base of one of the tents, but it's not a person.
How big's the tent?
The tent is 15 feet tall. It's a big, like, knight's tent, like a knight and his followers would stay in, and there's about 8 of them.
Can I approach it and like?
But you're seeing this from 100 yards away, because everybody's walking that way. And what you saw was a low-lying shadow, like something no taller than maybe 3 feet tall. And the 2 of you did not see it.
Did you guys say anything?
There's
I
a
think I
shadow
saw
there.
something over here.
Tell me-
Start heading towards that.
Tell me and Theon check it out.
Alright. Yes, we could scout ahead.
I put the.
I'm heading toward it. So.
I don't know if I told you.
At his walking pace, if you run ahead, you'll have 30 seconds to a minute before he gets there.
I put the Draco Witch ring on too. I don't know if I told you.
The ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question. Polymorph self. Can I change shapes with that? Or is it just once?
You can change shapes as many times as you want up until the end of the spell, but you can never go back to the same shape twice.
Theon.
But I could go
And
from
when
like
you
a
heal- and
quail
at the end,
to a
when-
pigeon
correct.
to a dove.
And at the end, when you turn back to yourself, you heal 12 hit points, which is almost worth it all by itself when you're hurt.
Especially when
You're gonna roll good on the dice.
Especially if you're a mage with not a lot of hit points to start with.
Also, you would know that most forms come with benefits, and also sometimes negatives things too. You don't necessarily know how to be a dog or how to be a cat or how to be a bird. So you're changing into a form and doing it consistently and getting used to it is the best way to be functional.
The truth for me.
All right. So you're approaching the encampment. Deerwood is Theon.
If we're moving up ahead, Theon.
If you're moving sneakily, you're not going to get ahead of Jake.
Oh, okay.
He's walking brusquely. You're going to have to run ahead at least. And once you get to the edge of the camp, start sneaking to get the 30
That's what
seconds
we
to a
shall
minute.
do.
And I'll even just when we start running.
Also,
Beyond
Jason
his weight.
That's cool. Okay.
What's the entrance? Do we see like an entrance to the tent and all that in question?
Yes, there. You can see the entrance to several tents.
I mean the one that the person wanted to.
And that one included. Yep. And the shadow was near that tent, the one that you saw.
You
Okay.
take left around, I take right around.
All right. So the 2 of you are. He is not invisible from your perspective.
He's not?
He is
Yeah.
not invisible.
I'm saying.
So you're speaking into space because he's
I
somewhere.
figured it makes maybe. It's not our first time sneaking together.
Okay. So you're going left, you said?
I'm going up.
You're going left. Okay, you're going left, you're going right. And the 2 of you split up 10, 15 yards between you and kind of move to the camp. Centering on the door. He doesn't know to look for a shadow, right? Because you didn't tell him.
Oh, I thought.
No, he said it.
Oh, you did. Okay. So centering on the door, keep in mind the shadow. Meanwhile, Jake and Brunson are following up. You'll be there in like a minute. They're not getting that far out ahead of you. As you enter the camp, both of you immediately pick out the shadow. It's a dog. Okay? It's about 2 to 2.5 foot at the shoulder. It's not a real big dog. It is shaggy, like furry type dog, thick, long, thick hair, basically. And he immediately detects the 2 of you as well. Maybe not specifically, but at least knows someone new has come because he like backs into a shadow next to the tent and he's growling.
I'm Jewish.
Okay.
You were never once a druid in your life.
I'm Druish.
The dog begins to growl at your approach. Both of you very shortly hear the dog growling.
I'm more Druish than a ranger is.
Sounds like a really good wolf or something.
I'm the closest thing to
The big old dire wolf.
So it's already out. Like, I can't get more than this.
Okay.
I'll try and like.
So the two of you are just
I swear it should be
walking.
aware in case you have to sacrifice your life to protect me.
It would be the honorable thing
It
to
was
do.
brighter out.
I have my sword turned down, but I'm also like. We're both
Okay, so you're attempting to approach the dog. The two of you are just walking into the camp in their general direction, basically, is the plan. Not like hiding behind tents or getting low to the ground or anything
hiding.
less dignified.
I hide behind him.
Jake's just like. Doing Rex is like.
All right.
If you had a backpack I could sit in, I'd probably do
Are
that.
you, is Theon out in the open as he is trying to approach the dog? Are you,
So we'll stay on the opposite, or no, he's gonna move up to flank the tent that he's walking up to.
Okay.
He sort of moves around the outside.
on the back? Okay. All right. So, you know, by the time they get in there, you're in position. You can see what's going on. The dog is not responding well to your approaching it. Looking at it now, I mean, you're a little closer and there's enough light here to see. It does have a collar, and it does look like a war collar, like it has spikes on the collar. Black leather and spikes.
Maybe I can give it food. I'm trying to give it some food.
I know what happens in that book. Art.
Most dogs are
Let
generally.
me tell you who dies.
Not perfect.
I'll try and offer it some food.
I was a big fan of
So
Terry
you pull
Goodkin.
out
I
some
read the whole
dried
series.
meat or something.
I'll put it down.
I need to read, Aaron's reading the first one right now, I never read the first one. I started on the second one.
Okay.
The Pillars of Creation.
Roll a d20.
Or actually, it's
19.
Okay. Arden, roll a
I think
d20.
you got a couple books still until it gets real preachy.
10. Took it
Okay.
preachy.
Theon notices that there.
Like, at a certain point, it gets.
Theon notices that there are off to one side. You can see that there's something like a rope, basically, or a cable that's stuck to the ground from one spot to another, maybe 8-10 feet long, and attached to that are the leashes or chains of another 4 dogs, similar to the one that he's trying to approach, but they're all dead
Poor puppy. Where is that?
in the middle of the camp.
Okay.
So basically, it looks like the knights had war dogs that they had with them, and they all died in the attack.
Interesting.
The camp, even now, is in places lightly covered with some frost. It's cool outside anyway. It's like 40 degrees outside, but it looks like they basically died to dragon breath.
Does my charm ability only work on humanoid?
The first level druidic charm.
No, my bardic charm.
No, it can work on any semi-intelligent creature, so it can work on dogs. It's
don't
not
have
going to work as
friendship.
well as it would on a person.
Do I think that dog is
You don't have
what I
friendship?
saw dashing between
Animal
the tents?
friendship. What?
Do I think
Oh,
that
no,
dog is
just
what I saw
for-
dashing between the tents?
No, that was definitely a person. This is not, unless
So
it
there's probably a person
changed
in
form.
this tent.
good possibility. Yep. There's no light coming from inside, however.
I'm gonna drop to the ground and try to look under the edge of the tent.
Okay. The edge of the tent is able to be lifted. You can probably crawl under it for that matter with effort. As you move to do that, the two of you have entered the camp. You've come up to be within 15-20 yards of where, or closer if you want, of where he is trying to approach one war dog that seems to have survived the conflict. You don't know if this is what they saw moving around in the camp or not. Probably not, because John seemed to describe it as a person. The war dog is not responding well to Deermood at this point.
Calculate horsemanship on the dog.
That is a big war dog right there.
It's the only growl sound effect I can.
Horsemanship, you say? Oh, sure, you could try it.
The real option is
100 or
kind
D20?
You'd roll percentile because it's
if I sing
Here we go.
Heroes of Japanese and Untimely.
okay. You're gonna try to sing the song. What was that?
Supposedly a wolf
It's a Down
growl.
syndrome dog.
That's a wolf growl. What? 91. Okay.
A
The
werewolf-
dog does not
werewolf
seem to be
growl.
responding well to your approach either.
Was he underwater?
It has actually snapped its teeth in your direction a couple of times, but not.
The Heroes of Jackville.
Okay. So roll percentile.
Starts
That's
like
low as
cutting
it.
the jig.
39, my charm is 23.
Okay. It seems to calm him some, but it's definitely not overcoming his. Interested in giving financially to Low Moon and support the campaign? Text LMGIVE, that's LMGIVE, to 419-419-0095. aggressiveness. Okay.
Is this thing a threat? I can put it to sleep.
Go down that gooch.
It's just a dog.
What do I see under?
Okay.
Just
So
dog, it's a war
you
dog.
peek your head under, and
It's bread
you're going on
murder.
full infravision. Basically, you scan the tent, and you see the living chambers of what appears to be 1 to possibly 3, because there are more. Kind of loud. There are more.
Whoa, Jimi Hendrix is here!
There are more boots here than you would expect for one person. Okay? There are more boots here than you would expect for one person. But there is someone bigger than you, but maybe smaller than your average-sized human male, hiding under, mostly under one of the cots, and their like feet and rear is kind of behind what appears like a travel chest. So there is a living being. You can see them on their vision hiding in the tent, mostly under one of the beds.
Okay. I will slip into the tent
Okay. All right. Dex check.
with these.
Xavier the goblin.
Okay. All right. So you slip under the tent with ease and virtually silently. And so now you are in the room with the person who is hiding under the bed. Meanwhile, not Jimi Hendrix, but Deermood is barding
Jimmy
the dog into submission. And Jake is there kind of like helping to corner the dog and make him feel trapped.
Brunson's there being afraid.
And Brunson is looking around, head on a swivel, exorcist style.
Charming the dog situation.
No, there's less green.
Good job.
Green pea soup.
No green pea soup, yeah, just looking around.
Go check on Theon. He's supposed to be in that.
Where did Theon go?
Thanks.
He's supposed to be in that tent.
Explosions from outside.
Okay,
That's He's supposed to be in that tent. I'll point to the tent that Theon.
it's pretty much right next to you.
That we were originally going to go to, and I
Yep.
panic nature played the dog.
Yeah, it forms one of the, so there's some baggage and the tent, forms the corner that the dog is kind of pushing back into. So the tent the tent that you're in, the dog is literally right outside it. Okay?
I'll start heading over to Theon's tent.
Okay, so you're just gonna go around to the front door and look inside or whatever?
I was thinking send me south.
The dog does not relax anymore with Jake's leaving. He still seems very wired, very aggressive.
I was thinking send me south. It's a more
If he gets an attack of opportunity, I should.
Okay.
Heroes attack.
Roll percentile dice.
50.
There we go.
There's
My
Bart.
percentage
There's
is
part
23.
music.
Roll better for me.
And how does that chorus go again in that song?
I don't remember. It's one you made.
I know. I'm letting you make it up. You're the bard.
Send me south, sweet little dog.
He's changing the lyrics.
Okay. He calms down considerably.
And I'll try and approach him with the food. See if I'm getting food.
He will not take the food.
Instead, he bites your pinky off.
What's the goblin word for it?
Hey, this nature ring that I got with the 6 leaves on it. Does it make me control animals?
No.
Okay, darn it.
Do what I say. Okay, never mind.
Try casting a bunch of spells on the dog. Animal friction.
Don't have
Disintegrate.
any. I don't have disintegrate.
Dominate dog.
I don't have that dog. I wind shout. That'll make calm him
I
down.
really need to figure out what the stupid ring does.
Just start trying stuff on the dog, man.
Does it change me into a tree?
No.
I could legend lore.
Tree power
Maybe
activate.
I want the experience for it. Stop trying to figure out
Someone
what all
must
my
actually
stuff
have to
does.
level
He
up.
means, and I quote, "I'll do it myself."
Yeah.
Not, I want the experience for it. I'm trying to get better at identifying magic items.
Yes.
What do you have from
Okay. Anyway, so you've calmed down quite a bit. You're able to get definitely inside biting range, and he's not biting you. Roll a d20.
10? It's
Okay.
lower than all my stuff.
You notice that there's some discoloration. It's kind of black and maybe swelling on the side of his mouth,
Does it look like an injury?
like right here. And he's baring his teeth, and you can see like the lip, if you will, of his mouth, and the gums underneath may be swollen.
Could I use anatomy
That's
and do something to help him with
You
it?
do have anatomy. You can roll it. It's animal anatomy instead of people, but go ahead.
Is it wisdom or intelligence?
It is wisdom based.
Made it by 9.
Okay.
I have.
So he has a wound of some kind on his upper jaw, possibly tooth, and it's probably gonna. I mean, he's not gonna be calm while that's there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The Sonorous having the healing.
if he would let you, you could give him a point of healing. If he would let you tend it.
I'll try.
Okay.
I'll probably get mauled to death.
All right.
There goes all of those hit points.
Yeah, he does not attack you, but he won't let you touch it. He's like, you're gonna have to restrain him to touch it, which might lead to a biting incident.
I do have a rope of entangled.
that would do it. Here, hold my rope, doggy.
I don't think like that too much.
No, it's probably not gonna win him over.
Even if I help them.
You can
Maybe
try
if
to
you
play
help
tug
him.
of war with him. Just go around his head.
Oh, and then just claim it never happened before. He's a dog. What does he know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's never happened.
Get in there and dominate it.
I don't have that spell.
It's like
I'm
Snowdog.
talking about with
Bite
your
on the ear.
force of will or whatever.
It's like what they
That's what
said
the charm was
Snowdog, you gotta bite on
for.
the ear.
I take the charm.
All right.
Dogs-
Anyway,
dogs
Jake
respond to
steps
the-
in the opening of the tent. You push the things back. The tent door over to the left, it's probably 15 feet away though, they're pretty big tents, opens, and there is a cross cloth, so he would not immediately be able to see you unless you step forward into the opening. But you know it opened and you can see, feel the air
Would you
change.
be able to see the person hiding?
You doubt it. It's very dark in here.
Okay.
And he's not bringing light with him, so.
Hello?
You have a magical sword drawn?
Yes, I do.
So actually, he will have a candlelight worth of light, but it only shines like 3 feet, so it's not going to shine far enough for him to see.
Okay, so.
I start reaching for my pouch.
Yeah, I mean, that's what DM was going to do, but we'll just let you do it.
And I pull out the continual light token.
Okay? It becomes daylight both inside the tent and outside the tent.
Scare the crap out of the dog.
For it's daylight where you are, it's daylight where the dog is, it's daylight where Brunson is.
Scare the crap out of Brunson. Right?
Yes, 60-foot diameter, and the tent is about 15-foot in diameter, so 25 feet in each direction from the tent. It's light, it's daylight.
Something else.
Brunson
would
goes
happen,
running
that's
away.
okay.
Yipe.
Okay, whoever it is that's under the bed is obviously surprised by the light coming up. Also, you can roll a d6, -4. Okay, so it's almost instantaneous. And then whoever that person is that's under the bed is trying to scramble out under the tent wall, like to get outside.
How do you
Did
set
Theon
these?
dive forward to grab him?
Put them in here.
I think you have to do it. You go in custom mood, and then you have to move them over. Say that again.
Did Theon dive forward to grab him?
Sure. I mean, it's like not even 8 feet.
I can't backstab non-lethal damage, can I?
No.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab him.
About the only thing you can do non-lethal is punch or kick or like.
I got a rod.
It's
It's
not really.
sap.
The rod isn't really meant to be a sap. Sandbag, a pouch, you could sap with either one of those things, not proficiently, because you don't have the proficiency of it.
I have like a 21 back.
You can club with a shield. Okay, anyway, so you dive down there, try to grab the person, try to stop them from scrambling out. Okay, so,
Actually, you got on it. Turn into a puddle.
They're a zombie.
okay,
Not magic zombie either.
so you're fairly certain it's an adolescent, like a teenager or a young man, probably a squire or something like that. And as you go to try to pull him back out, he swings a knife back to slash at your arm, but it like goes across the top of your arm here, but it doesn't cut your skin. Do you have a shirt or do you have greaves or something, or a brace or something?
Set of other armor.
Okay, so it goes over your greaves then. It grazes across the top of there. You feel the pressure, but it's not enough to hurt you.
We're not going to hurt you.
Are you continuing to try to draw them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll
Okay, so a second failed strike with the knife, and you managed to like haul them back out a little bit. What?
I see him trying to pull him out, right? So
Yeah.
I'll go try to help.
Okay.
Jake just won.
I'll set the sword down.
Like,
If there's something I can prop it up next to you.
Okay. The second time they struck at you with the knife, like the hand hit the arm more, and the knife come flying out, and it's lost on the floor somewhere. Okay, and then at that point we'll go initiative. Both of the two of you can roll initiative, as will the person you're trying to stop. Fine.
3.
Okay. Any missile fire? I don't think so. 9, 8, 7, 7.
okay, so is Jake there yet?
Yeah, he's right next to you. He just hasn't actually started trying to grab on or whatever yet. And so if you're trying to grab on to restrain, then you're grappling.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but first can I... Oh, he doesn't have a a dagger now, right?
Correct. The knife is on the floor. It's a knife, and it's on the floor.
Okay, so I'll just
That did not work at all.
rolling him back, or holding him. And as soon as Jake grabs him,
Well, you have right now you have a piece of a cloak and like a piece of a shirt,
okay, so
and
Like a commercial.
they're still over half under the bed.
I'm gonna grapple. I just want to keep him there.
Okay, roll
like,
percentile dice, high number. And I'll assume you're not really trying to do damage, so I won't.
59.
Okay.
Not super great, but he's not.
10 would be better.
Okay. So you managed to get a hold of one of the arms, which is thin and not real physical, and pull it back, and so it's kind of like along his back, and so he's face down, still half under the bed. You've got his arm behind his back, and then you've got a hold of the back of the shirt, and you're physically trying to drag him out, and the person with the other arm and both legs is trying to scramble under the bed to try to get away.
It's not safe here.
Okay, that was in 7. 6,
Trying to help you.
5, 4,
I go in 3.
3. Okay.
So this will be another-
The person under the bed is in 3 also, but they're just trying to get away. So,
Alright, something with the grapple.
okay, so you have sword and shield, so I assume you're dropping your sword?
I said I was trying to prop it up against something.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that. All right, so you set it up against the wall of the tent or whatever, and then you're going to grab with your non-shield hand. What about the shield? You just drop it on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, so you just slough it off on the floor and then grab. Okay, and now are you just trying to grapple to restrain or punch or what?
Trying to get him out before we can talk to him.
Okay, so you trying to grab on. So you are going to get a negative because Theon is all up in your way.
Once he
Roll
comes
percentile
up,
dice. High is better.
once he comes up,
Or maybe 2. Unless you want me to
Yeah, on the
roll.
phone up. You should just
What?
straight up.
Unless you want me to roll again, I will.
You're at what? 82. Okay. All right. Roll wisdom. D20.
Okay.
Your best stat.
It was a 3, but it was cocked up against the thing. Now it's 17.
That happens. What are you going to do? Okay, so basically what happens is you get up there and you grab on. He already kind of had the arm behind the back, and you start pulling, and you're stronger than the person, and plus their purchase is bad, and that arm is pinned. And so you're pulling him back out of the bed. So when you pull him back out of the bed, he spins on you, and all of a sudden he's in your face, and it's a little bit surprising, and you respond in instinct and headbutt him.
Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. You too can make the world a better place.
And so you basically pull him up, and you go, and he's right there, and you go, BAM! Okay? About 5 seconds after you headbutt him, you realize that him is actually a her. It's a girl. And she just goes,
Just headbutted a little girl.
you know, she's not that little. She's probably maybe 14 or 15.
Nice Janie.
Let me see her.
She just goes unconscious in your
Is
arms.
she alive?
Oh yeah, she's
Is
just
she in
unconscious.
negatives or
Well, negatives, but from non-lethal. So she'll be awake in a couple
how
of
would natural healing?
days. Okay, you can do that, and that would wake her up sooner.
Bandage her head.
I'm pretty sure I've done that.
I don't like. Oh no, do I get +2 from healing?
Yes,
Okay, then I made it.
but a 20 always fails.
2 hit points. I rolled a 19.
Okay, yep. Okay, so yeah. Sion sits on the bed, lays her against him, and he cleans her head.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Dear mood, stealing the dog outside of
there was
We just want to talk to you.
blood, the blood that was running down the side of her nose and over here. You clean it off.
I told her I want her to hurt her.
She surprised me.
What do you mean?
She was in my face.
Who pulled her into your face?
She was still in my face. I'm a little bit on edge still. We were just fighting zombies and stuff.
Child.
How old is she?
Maybe 14, 13, 14. Human. Okay. So she's
dragons at that age.
She's like barely, she's like Jake's age.
she's reasonably fair
Jake's real
skinned.
age.
She has dirty blonde hair, and it's also dirty blonde hair. Not as well cared for, not brushed out, maybe like you'd expect.
Does she look like
Her clothing, no, you do not recognize her. Her clothing is maybe like nicer quality, like merchant quality. It's not commoner's clothes. So she shows some signs of wealth. Her nails are well cared for, you noticed. Her eyebrows are groomed. So she seems like she might be of a upper social class. Tended to by you, she begins to awake, and she sucks air in through her teeth immediately. She's like she's, oh boy, I'm in trouble now. Okay, so pause right there for 1 second. Meanwhile, outside, so you've got the point where you can deal with the dog. You can you can even touch him, but he won't let you anywhere near his hurt jaw.
Come here, you. I have rope use. I could tie him in a nice little, kind of like try and like tie him with the rope and restrain him. Or something.
Clearly, if you try to tie him up, he is probably going to resist.
Yeah. We'll do the easier route. Rope of entanglement.
Okay. So you pull the rope out. You like look like you're distracted and just toss it on him. Oh, where did this rope come from? Okay. Roll pickpockets.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a tackle.
Yeah, you have to take it.
Okay, pickpockets.
All you have to do is get close to him and the rope will tie him up.
03.
Nice. Okay, so you very discreetly deposit the rope of entanglement on top of the war dog. Okay.
Send me some.
It takes a good probably 30 seconds to a minute before he is badly entangled, but at which point in time he's basically hogtied. So he can't move his legs. He can still move his head.
Yeah.
He's not muzzled.
That's what the chomper is.
But you also, if you're trying to tend his wound, you would have to not have him muzzled anyway. So you also know enough about animals to know that you can grab him by the scruff of his neck, and you could probably, even though he's a really big dog, you could probably lift him that way. It wouldn't be comfortable for him. It might make it hard for him to breathe, but you don't need to do that anyway. You just grab him by the scruff of his neck.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then you can control his head enough to be able to. Plus, he won't be able to bite down. Do that.
I'll do that when I'm trying.
Okay, and then you may roll anatomy.
I've been rolling a D10. Probably around the D8. I might have made it. It's intelligence.
His wisdom.
Wisdom made it.
Okay, how much did you make it by? Because it's an animal, not a human. Okay, 3 is enough. All right, so you give him 1 hit point back. Basically, you drain some infection out of it. You put a little bit of plant, like aloe, maybe something that you might have. Anyway, you do a little bit to try to help him heal. It's evident after you do it that he's grateful, or he's at least not throwing a fit about it, but prior to and during, he's not having it. You have to hold the scruff of his neck and keep him from being able to bite and that kind of thing. So, but afterwards, it's clear that he is grateful. However, you're only able to do a modicum of healing just at one point, and after looking at it, you can tell that he actually has a broken tooth. So he took some kind of a good-sized blow there during the scuffle or during the dragon attack or whatever, and your bit of anatomy is not going to help with that tooth. It's either going to need actual healing or his tooth is going to be need to be removed, something like that. That person has a loud muffler. That was not sound effects for the game. Okay. Anyway, so you still have him bound at the moment, and you hear conversation taking place inside the tent now.
I'll just try and calm him down a bit. The conversation sounds like two of my friends yelling at each other now, so I think it's calm.
Oh, okay, yeah. They're just arguing, that's all. All right, anyway. All right, so back inside the tent, Brunson's keeping watch, exorcist style, back at the other plot, as it were. And she is awake. Haven't been awakened by Theon. And did you restrain her in any physical way while she was unconscious, like tie her hands or anything like that? No. Okay. All right. And, the sword is down, which means, the continual light is up, so it is very bright. That's right. All right. So she says, "Who are you?"
Hi, I'm Jake. Sorry about that, but
He was the one who headbutted you.
Oh.
You scared him.
no.
That's what you said.
What does not scare me?
Startled.
She says,
You startled him.
I've never been scared in my life.
"Allegedly, I have that effect on men."
My name is Theon.
Ow. I can't see out of my right eye. Is it swollen? It is.
Yes.
Oh.
There will be no permanent
I'm
damage.
sorry you're not seeing me at my best.
It matters very little to me, though Jake may be one you want to impress.
Is she elfin?
No.
She doesn't live longer than me. Get her out.
Is she a gnome?
Get her out of here.
My name is... I am Barilia. You are who?
My name is Theon.
Elfin?
Yes. Fletcher, if you know the name.
Are you a knight?
Working on it.
In progress.
She says, "Can you get me home safely?"
Where is home?
This is the village of Abington, to the north and west of here.
Does that ring a bell?
No, I mean, you don't have navigation or anything, right? Roll percentile dice.
Is it along the river?
No, river is south.
8.
Okay. Yes, you remember seeing it just on a map somewhere.
Perfect name.
it's in Geoff, north and west of the capital.
It's possible.
Are all the knights dead?
The ones you came with. Did you see what took them?
I saw a great beast of shadow and bone, and then frost.
We're bad.
Well, he's gone now.
Well, that's excellent. My cousin was among the knights.
How long ago did this happen?
This attack?
Yes.
Just this day.
What were all these knights here for?
I fear I sent them to their doom, but I had no idea. My elder sister went missing, and there were a rash of such incidents all throughout the region. It was believed, the best we could figure, a vampire took her, and he is believed to live in the remainder of the keep upon the hill. I convinced my cousin to come and try to rescue her, but the great shadow and bone creature has dashed our hopes. I survived because I was bathing in the woods in the stream during the attack. The men who stayed to protect me, one died in scouting the camp, for a lot of the knights, I guess, rose as undead zombies, and the other has gone back to Abington in hopes of summoning aid. I was alone until you came.
He left you?
Yes, not the most noble thing to do, but if he would bring aid, there was value in that as well.
And why did he not bring you home with him?
He said he could get there faster without me.
So nice.
Well, I was left in the care of the other until he died in the camp. So at least I wasn't alone until then. Also, there is a war dog in the camp. They call him Sparky.
There's like soft music drifting in from outside.
No, he's not playing anymore.
It seems our... Yes, it seems our...
You haven't heard him, have you? He should be barking.
I haven't.
Something must be tying him up.
I didn't know that.
I doubt deer meat would hurt your dog.
Oh, well, that's good. It's not really my dog. Just, I think we developed a sort of a kinship because we are co-survivors.
How did the dog survive?
I don't know. He was in the camp. Maybe sheltered by the bodies of others.
Maybe he was baited.
But he's wounded. He has a wound on his upper jaw.
I imagine Deermood is trying to deal with that. We can get you home, most likely, in one piece.
I would be grateful. I would be grateful. I don't know.
It would be good to find a place to rest and heal and all that.
You don't have much of a choice.
Are you hurt?
Yes.
All of us are.
From fighting the great bone and shadow creature?
Indeed, yes.
I don't even think he had anything to do with the abduction of my sister. Perhaps he was an ally of the vampire.
No. It's possible, but we've been chasing him all the way down the river.
Okay.
Just looking at the flag.
Music in the background. There's like actual music.
He had something we wanted. He seemed to be attracted to places of undead. We had tracked him to a cursed abbey surrounded by skeletons, and then he fled there and we tracked him here.
So not an ally of the vampire? If not, then why would he come here?
As I said, most likely he was seeking out undead here. There were zombies, and if there is truly a vampire in this place, it probably has some connection to him, or possibly created him.
Maybe.
It was a Dracolich, which are supposedly generally created.
I am fairly certain he is the one who created, the beast is the one who created the zombies.
That sounds right.
My cousin, who was amongst them, must have arisen. Have you seen him? His name is Jasper.
Jasper. If I've seen him, he is well past dead.
I just think it's funny that she asked if you see her cousin turned into a zombie and then said his name is Jasper because like everybody walks up to zombies and says, "Is your name Jasper?"
Zombie goes,
My name's Jasper.
Jasper the zombie. Are you Jasper the zombie?
We all know they wear name tags.
Zombie name tags.
and I want your
Okay.
brain.
Anyways. Yes, of course that makes sense.
The zombies were destroyed. The Dracolich.
At least they can be laid to rest properly now.
That is the hope.
Perhaps burning their bodies would make them less likely to arise.
Well, for most of them, they were turned into dust.
Oh, well, that would do it.
Yes. Yes, it would.
None of this solves my sister's woes. What was the creature carrying, or what was it that you said that he had that you wanted?
It is an artifact of some potency that is pertinent to a quest that we are undertaking. It's sort of a need-to-know sort of thing.
I was curious because if I could help you in some way, then perhaps you might see fit to help me to determine if my sister is still alive.
Ask her if she gas raised it.
What is it? Are you magical in some way? You have certain capabilities?
No, although some men have said so. She chuckles. Oh.
Boys, hopefully.
I'm quite certain some large, blunt object has struck me in my forehead.
He headbutted you.
Oh,
Are you struggling with memory?
I remember that now, sorry.
You may have some moderate to severe concussion. I take it easy for
Do you have a camp near here? Somewhere safe?
ish.
I don't know if this camp is safe now. I know there are brigands nearby. My cousin wasn't concerned because they won't attack anyone who puts forth a, strong front. But he was going to wait and then till dawn and then in attempt to foray into the keep and see if it would be possible to rescue my sister. Vampires are very scary, they say.
Very accurate.
I shouldn't be here by all rights. When they first left the village, I kind of stowed along, and then I was discovered during the march, and then rather than send me home, he kept me on. I don't know if that was for the best or not. Anyway, I guess we can't blame him, can we?
Nor does it matter. Well, we can return you to our camp. We need to rest, and it's as safe a place as you'll get around here. We are in no condition to go looking after a vampire at the moment. We can get you home magically. We also, speaking somewhat for my party ahead of my place, have no interest in dragging you along with us into the keep if you were going to ask.
I have no desire to go inside. I suppose I would if I must.
Why exactly did you come with them?
Will it sound funny?
Probably. Yep.
Curiosity. It is perhaps my most dangerous trait.
Have you learned anything interesting?
Did we ever catch her name?
Borrelia. Some things about nightlife, and I know quite a bit about herbs and flora and fauna, and I felt that I would be safe amongst the knights. They were a powerful force. I think even now, I think they should have been more than a match for the vampire. But
Congratulations, vampire.
the great beast of shadow and bone was unexpected.
Know anything about planes?
I mean, I know that there are other planes. I have read some books in my grandfather's library about traveling to other planes, in particular the ethereal and astral planes, and how some mages and priests can do that. Ghosts have some close ties to the ethereal plane, and astral plane connections can be used for transportation, getting from place to place. That's pretty much about it.
I only ask because the item we were seeking has planar significance.
You mean it has to do with other planes?
Yes.
I find it unlikely that I would know anything about it, although there might be something in Abington's library. My great-grandfather, who was Lord Abington, founded our village. My grandfather took up his passion for reading and arcane lore, and we do have a library of no small sort that might have some useful information. He left some inheritance. My great-grandfather left some inheritance to my grandfather, and my grandfather left some to my father, and my older siblings are probably going to inherit most of that.
I'll wait to mention that to my friend Brunson until we sleep. Otherwise, he might get overly giddy and whisk you away. He's the ugly one once you meet him.
Okay. She says, well, my sister probably would know more than I am. She's quite a bookworm. But also, the men say she is something fine to look at. And I am quite certain that that's what the vampire saw in her. Of marrying age and beautiful, a virgin. They say that these are the characteristics of several of the women that he has taken. The fact that he has taken additional women after the first seems to indicate to me that he is killing them and then moving on.
Or he's Muslim.
Or Mormon.
I think that's what he meant.
I think that is, well, no, they both have multiple lives. Can't be warm and they use crosses and stuff.
Anyway.
And they cook the burgers.
Entirely possible.
Alright.
Well, we will return to the camp.
She stands up.
I will warn you. One of our friends is dead in there.
Okay.
We intend to do something about that in the morning.
Very well.
Just
I
try to ignore him.
appreciate your protection. I really should check on Sparky.
Alright, we'll head out of there.
Come here, dog.
We walk out and
Except myself.
you see Jeremy like on the ground.
Sure, no, he's
By
like
now you're surely done.
Yeah, and I'll
Check out Amaldan Inc. for incredible opportunities to support the ministry.
get the rope off of him and everything and give him some scritches.
Okay, yeah, so he basically is cowed as far as his aggressive nature now and realized that you were trying to help him. He doesn't like lick you or anything like that. He's not that kind of dog, but he does sit calmly next to you and lets you touch him if you want. As long as you mostly stay away from his mouth.
Screech is a good boy.
By the way, roll in a 1 on a d12. The robe of entanglement got out of control while you were taking it off the dog and entangled you up instead.
No. It's close. The 4 is next to the 1.
It started to get up and you just controlled it enough to get it put away. It does sort of have a mind of its own, so.
This is the second oldest magic item I have.
Is the rope of entanglement like sentient?
In the sense that it always tries to entangle by the most creative way. Not
I have a
entangle.
rope of entanglement too. You gave it to me. Like, a long time. This should be my rope of entanglement. I gave it to you temporarily.
See, now we're sorting this out now.
Yeah, we when he was dead, everyone was holding his possessions.
Oh,
but
It's the same rope of entanglement.
Yeah, we've only ever had one.
Well, he clearly took it back off your body while you were dead then, or while you were unconscious. So.
Like, oh, we gotta drag.
He finally took his rope back.
Hey, that's mine.
I forgot I gave that to you. How many times have I reached for it to use it and it wasn't there? No fair. You multiply potions, you can't multiply ropes of entanglement. Okay. The girl and the dog join you in your makeshift brush camp.
You think it would let me do natural reborn?
I'll sit next to him.
It doesn't like it being touched, but I think if the two of you do it together, you can probably work it out.
Okay. So I'll do that.
And if not, there's always the rope of entanglement.
Worked once before.
3 points.
Okay, so you've pretty well taken care of the wound as far as like the contusion. It'll just heal up by itself now, but there's nothing you can do about the broken tooth. So it's either going to need to be magically healed or the tooth removed, or it's going to be a problem. It's going to continue to be a problem because the root of the tooth is very near exposed, if not exposed.
So could I just like cure light wounds it, or?
Maybe, but it'd have to be a significant cure light wounds probably.
hey,
It's not a light wound.
what was our deal again? If you had to bring you back to life within a month or something, it would.
Oh yeah.
No, that was the deal.
Yeah.
Because remember the deal was, because you were like, I'll take like 10 grand off. I'm like, or I can just leave you dead, and then I don't know you jack. So if you died and I had to bring you back to life, that's no death.
So I think you just died and lost thousands or tens of thousands of gold. That's what I think.
16,000 gold.
60,000 gold.
16,000
Oh.
gold.
That hurts. Of course, you can just make more. Take
Well,
one.
and I lost the 4,000 whatever that was in my pouch, and
With the fake
Consider
gems.
how much.
Oh no!
Yeah, all of
There's
the
places all over the world where people just got poor. They had money. They go
I
in
said
a
that earlier. Like all of
rash
them
of thievery
disappeared. It's like,
across
Goblins.
Greyhawk. Yeah.
Goblins.
that happened a while ago.
Oh, sure you died.
Because that was before the retreat, I think. Or no, that was right after the retreat.
the ponchos are gone.
Oh,
Oh, the otterskin punches.
I don't have my otter skin poncho.
That's sad.
That's actually a really good way to know if you're still alive.
Yeah. Give them something that you made permanently. And
Give them an
they
otter skin
disappear.
poncho.
Yep. Or anything. You can do anything that they made for sure.
I no longer have my otter skin
It's terrible.
poncho.
You go dying
With
and
the
taking
eyes
everybody's
that
hours.
follow you.
Technically, you lost it the first time you died.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it would have been when I died in the asylum to the Banshee temporarily, right?
Yeah, except that you probably weren't actually dead then.
You know what?
Okay.
Didn't you make a new handle for Eric? Because we broke the handle.
No, just cracked.
Oh. So is the handle still cracked then?
No, it's fine.
Come on, man, it's terrible.
It healed.
Okay, anyway,
Okay.
so you go back to the brush camp. Does anybody want to like raid the camp for money? Because there's probably a lot.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
It'll take a while.
Are there any long
I'm
swords?
up for it. I'm game.
I'll contribute.
Okay. In fact, we can assume that during the time while they were distracted with the dog and the woman, that you already started. You got like 10 minutes head start on collecting cash. In fact, it occurs to you guys, you walk out and you start, like, he's got like 6 pouches in his arms. And you're like, hey, there could be money here.
And I have other temporary structures. I have detect secret passages and portals memorized. So
Okay.
if I get an inkling,
Like a chest that has a false bottom or something.
if I get an
Okay.
inkling, like I should
I
use
collect all
that.
the long swords.
That's a lot of long swords.
Like 40 or 50.
Well, John needs one.
He just said
Robin, can we item these?
No.
Please?
Okay, so
No.
One, Jay.
let's make a list, shall we, of all the fun stuff that's in the camp.
I do
Are
have
we
a
setting a
detect
time frame, or do you have a goal? Like, you want to make sure you get all the money in the camp, or you just want to go for an hour, or?
All of it?
Okay, so the goal is to collect all the things that are for sure valuable.
They're
Money
dead. They
for
don't
sure,
need it, right?
So money for sure. Long
I still have
swords.
detect magic in memory, so I can.
You do have detect magic?
Yes.
Okay.
We can gather stuff up at the end and sort of.
Now, do bear in mind that in theory, these the treasure items could belong to their families or something. On the
No,
whole
we don't know
honor.
who they are. Oh well. We said to put
Their
them to good
personal
use.
pouches you could certainly claim because you killed them as zombies.
Yeah.
Like,
If
they
we-
almost took my life. I'm taking their
If
gold.
we find anything of particular importance, we can.
What are you up to?
Okay. Well, you have her with you, and one of them is her cousin. So you
Well,
do
she
have,
can-
I'm just
she can
saying
keep this stuff.
you may offend if you take everything without at least considering that something could go back to their families or whatever. That's all I'm saying.
Weird, it's
You still do
obvious
it.
not to do this.
Maybe they should have done.
Okay.
We should just put them to good use to
I have
do
a-
good things.
Okay. There are 11 long swords
Yeah, very good people. Take the money and make
and scabbards to go with them.
Are any of them
Donate 10%.
special or?
Okay. Well, they're all of reasonably good quality, first of all. And then,
Gather them all up. At the end, once we get everything together, we'll see if any of them
You said 11, Dan?
Well,
there are 11.
Are you doing 11 long swords?
There are 11 long swords.
66 feet of snow. The snow is burying the ski things.
Who got 60 feet?
In the ski resort in Utah, the ski lifts
Yeah.
are under snow because there's 66 feet of snow.
They've gotten this season.
Nuts.
They've got 66 feet of snow.
Oh, that's nuts.
Can't even take the ski lift because the ski lift is
It seems like
buried.
they're kind of stingy. I mean, they could have
Hey,
shared
they'll
it
be
around
able
a
to
bit.
ski in the summer then. Soon as the
Still
ski
melting.
lifts get, soon as they get melting a little bit.
So mid-July.
Okay,
We'll be skiing season.
Well,
if it matters, there are 18 shields.
We'll check
Regular
them for
medium
magic.
shields.
Okay.
Okay.
So we get it all together.
Yeah, we're gathering everything.
Here, I can get magic.
Oh, I guess I could.
There are 44 daggers.
No magic. All the long swords and shields are magic. Not a single free magical dagger.
If anyone cares, there are another 9 short swords.
I mean, we'll check them for magic.
For sure.
Any little chunk of experience game we can get would be great. I'm just trying to
Okay. We're going to assume that you are not counting the money, like sitting out in the countryside or whatever, but you're collecting all the pouches and bags and whatever. You can count the money later. At least in the brush board, if nothing else.
How many daggers?
44 daggers. 44 daggers, 9 short swords.
Counting these?
One dagger?
Okay, there's quite a variety of miscellaneous equipment if anyone cares, like rope, spikes. There are wooden spikes, like for spiking a vampire, and hammers for pounding them into the chest, that kind of thing. And then there are regular hammers. So there are 2 war hammers in camp.
Check them out.
There are 16 lances, all medium size.
Firewood.
Grab one.
There are 24 pouches, all with some coin in them. That's including the ones that were on the zombies in the field. I assume you got. And then collected together, you got another 6 small bags of coin and various wealthy stuff.
I started writing this stuff down somewhere. Oh, it's in my.
That's what I would do.
Yes, I've gone back to calculating party treasure, so.
Okay.
We can split this, not even here. You're kind of defeating the purpose of party treasure right now, but.
Old habits die hard.
He said we can split this. So you're kind of defeating the purpose of party treasure right now.
Old habits die hard.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right. So then, kind of collecting up, because obviously you're probably not going to take the weapons that you don't use with you. Like the ones that don't fit anybody's. The 44 daggers, you might take a few or whatever. The short swords, you might take for short sword wielders, that kind of thing. But then you can check them all for magic. If they're not magical, you can decide whether you're taking them or not. That's the plan. So you cast Detect Magic. Okay. So in Detecting Magic, 3 of the long swords are magical. Okay. 1 short sword is magical. 1 shield is magical.
I just want to identify it.
There were 18 shields,
Easy experience too.
of which 1 is magical.
There are no rods, right?
There are hold on. No, there are no rods.
Even out.
I'll take even.
Let's go.
Do you want a magic shield?
I'll take a magic shield.
Okay, and then
He's not with us, but
I'll take a magic shield.
he wants it, so he can have it.
He can have my normal shield if he wants it. I
uh,
just want to identify it.
Too bad they didn't have a traveling wizard.
Is there any chainmail?
one of the lances are magical.
When we get back, I'll give you. When we get back, I'll give you my shield.
It's a magic telephone.
It's a 1 bonus to your AC for like a round or 2 when not fighting someone.
A little more like a flag, I guess.
5 magical daggers. Okay.
You got the short swords. I'll take 3 daggers.
In looking at them,
No.
you said you were looking at their value. You can appraise.
That is not how this
long
works. You guys don't
swords.
get all the magic items.
I was gonna offer some of the daggers to him because he throws daggers way more than I do.
Well, I'll take one. How about that?
Oh yeah,
There you go.
there's 5 of them.
Oh, 5 left. Everyone gets a dagger. Everyone who lives gets a dagger.
Golden 20?
So I guess I'm not writing these down.
It's the daggers and the short.
I would say whatever's going in party treasure.
Well, everybody seems to be divvying it up.
Well, these are the 2 people in the party that use short swords.
Okay, so of the
But do they need
11 long swords,
How many magic short swords do you already have?
Me? Several. But
Okay, I can sell them and make money for spells. Thank you very much.
I'll
once
identify
we
it.
identify them and can sell them, somebody has to identify them.
No, we don't.
You can put them in party treasure, but someone has to carry them.
People sell magic items all the time without knowing what they do.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get jiffed.
No, I'm
Probably not. It's probably all +1.
Well, if
Plus,
you don't
you're losing out on
in any case,
learning.
I think the logic is if you're already carrying 3 to 4 short swords, then if you take a new magical short sword, you should give up one that you've got.
Yeah.
So you can trade out if
Plus,
you have one
at
that
some
you've got.
point, it's going to be encumbrance.
I actually
It
don't
already
have,
is to some degree. If you're carrying 3 short swords or more, that's
I don't have-
inconvenient.
I don't have any short swords that are completely identified yet.
I only have 2 short swords. Also,
And a rod and
I have
You
the
mentioned
sword from Forsen.
Is it a long sword?
No, it's a short sword, but I have 3 combats marked.
It's entirely possible.
And I just didn't think about it.
It was from one of the Forsons.
It was the guy that backstabbed me.
Oh, that guy. Oh, no, I think you did tell me, and I told you I was going to tell you later.
It's awesome.
Yeah. But it's only... Oh, no, I know. The problem is it's not combats that you need. That's the problem.
Oh, it's backstab.
It's backstabs. That's the problem.
I think I have one of those.
I think you did, too. I think we talked about it before. We were going to try to figure it out, but I think you had 1 backstab already figured out. So
Does it have a magical combat bonus?
it does not. It only has a magical bonus for backstabs.
There you go, put that one for you.
No. That could be really cool. I'm gonna figure it out first.
Okay.
When he backstabbed you, how bad did it hurt?
Bad.
A lot. It did like
60 or something,
yeah,
like
it
40,
did a lot.
48. It was
It did like
ridiculous.
45 points of damage, and he was a lower level thief than me. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
I mean,
set
we-
aside one of the short swords and one of the daggers for myself.
Okay.
Well, I'll put.
These
What
are
you're
my
saying
pile.
makes sense. I just have to figure out which one I'm putting in there.
There's
I'll
only
put
1
this
magical
one.
short
These are my
sword.
pile.
I'll put the magical short sword in a party trick.
Yeah,
Which one?
Like,
The one we just found.
when I get my training, my plan is to identify them and throw them in magic. If it's not better than what I have, throw it in a party book.
Yeah, that was also my
But I don't have any of them identified yet. I have two
Okay,
copies.
anyway.
What's your water bottle?
By way of clarification,
I don't know.
2 of the other 8 longswords
Certain items that might be useful.
appear to be exquisitely crafted. Now, he's already detected magic and said they're not magical, but they are of excellent craftsmanship, and if properly maintained, would likely perform in some very excellent way in combat.
Okay.
Not necessarily better than a magical sword, but a very high quality longsword.
While I'm at it,
And you would say that they are each worth hundreds of gold pieces each.
These 2 are probably worth hundreds of dollars.
I'm gonna check, because I never did this, the hammer that I got from Ozymandias.
Okay, which was magical.
Is it? Okay, I don't remember if I ever checked it or not. I was supposed to check it. And then I'm gonna sweep the camp. I'm just gonna check everything around the camp.
Okay.
Make sure I cover I have like 10 minutes. So I just cover as much as I can, as the camp as I can, and see if anything comes out.
Okay.
Is there any chainmail or anything that might fit John?
Check out Things Were Different Back Then, the origin story of Lord Victor told from a certain point of view.
There's lots of chainmail, but it's all in like dead zombie bodies, and he's not super keen on the idea. I mean, he'll do it
Well,
if
he's not
somebody
here.
pushes him to.
You should probably get some real armor.
Yeah. So if you take it off a dead zombie body and take it back to him and don't really talk about a lot where it came from, then he'll probably wear it.
What's that smell? I don't know.
It smells like a zombie. Every time I pass gas, I smell zombie. I don't
There's a
understand.
zombie over the tree.
Maybe the night died fighting
It's just that month you wait till
There were zombies.
That's true. You should be able to find a knight that wasn't zombified, theoretically, because he died to the zombies. The one that or the warrior, she didn't say he was a knight, but the guy that was assigned to protect her. Somewhere there should be a guy that was assigned to protect her who died to the zombies. Okay. So
Found
you
a
could do
magic
that.
suit of armor.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
Didn't we?
Yeah, we did find it. Actually, armor.
Did we actually dig it out?
Yeah. We wasted a bunch of time digging it out of the ground.
Yeah, that was the plate mail they found in the ground.
There you
Which I
go.
think Jake was supposed to have that, right? Didn't you guys tell him?
It's the only one that wears plate mail.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so on the guy who you find who was not zombified, that came back in and died to the zombies, has plate mail, not chain mail. It's regular plate mail, not field plate or anything. It's regular
It's
plate
not
mail.
magical.
It is not.
And the magical plate mail that we found was just regular plate mail. Was that field plate?
That was... I'm trying to remember. It was field plate.
It was field plate? That's better than...
That is better. Yeah. It's 1 point better on AC, and it's a little bit better because you can take 1 point of damage off every hit that you take. Not magical, not falling damage, but combat damage. Until it takes 12, and then its armor class degrades.
Can John wear plate mail?
He can, yeah.
Okay. Why not?
And if you show him how to put it on and stuff, he probably would, especially under these circumstances, considering you guys are hanging out in a brush fort at the base of a haunted keep.
15,000 gold piece plate armor.
Give him the new stuff.
100. If it's not.
Well, I want to figure out what the field plate does.
You kind of don't have much choice. If you don't put the field plate on for the rest of this adventure, you won't get any experience.
Yeah, because
You have to wear the best available armor. The field plate could be +4, and the plate mail could be the plate mail could be +4, and the field plate could be non-magical, and you'd still need to wear it to get your XP.
Okay, so yeah, I'm putting on the field plate.
Yep.
Does that apply always or just?
Yep. Cavaliers, that's one of their class restrictions.
It could be straight up worse.
It's a social status thing. So like you could
If you
have
found non-magical field plate, you would have to wear it over that. Okay.
exactly.
So,
It's like a cool
17
sword.
decks for the field plate.
Oh, I thought you said
My
plus
AC.
Yeah.
What does?
Yeah.
You gotta
With
be
shield?
the prettiest looking toy.
Should
With,
be
+2
You gotta
magic.
look good when you kill people.
Oh jeez.
Honorably.
Okay. All right. So it's shield and field plate and shield is 1.
Okay.
2 for the shield makes -1.
And then your deck.
Dex is 3, -4.
Okay, so that's what I had before the magic, or that's what I had with the magic bonus. The field plate.
Okay.
It
So
was 2.
yeah. So you're already there anyway, without even. So you're not hurting yourself any by trading into it. Actually, you're still gaining the benefit of being able to soak up damage. So,
And then, unless anybody else wants to wear plate mail, I guess John's getting some 15,000 for gold plate.
John,
I have bracers, so
it would make
John
your
is just-
AC better, but it's plate mail, so you're not gonna, it would cut your mobility a lot. So it's your choice.
that's why I like the bracers.
I know.
Because I run.
Yep. I'm sorry, Ron, what were you saying?
I was just saying, John is better equipped now than like 90% of knights.
Yeah.
She's seen Bill.
This is how Bill got built up.
I've had 3 combats
Bill
with
plus
something
4
colder and flammable
Oh, okay.
as the Dracolich. I'm assuming that would
Bill's
count.
like negative 8 AC or something.
The Dracolich, yeah, you would actually. He would count as either
It wasn't that.
undead or
He's like -2.
cold. So,
You know, every time you pass up a magic,
Then that's.
is that all of the categories?
That's all the
Okay.
categories for that.
Yeah. So, do you already know the bonuses? Did I already give it to you?
Only.
+2 plate.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4 is the way it works.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, right.
We were like
His
level-
armor was +1.
Do you?
His shield, I think, was +3. It might have been +4.
Bill was pitted.
We were
His
like,
AC was like -8.
So it's
it
plus
was like
one
level
for
5 or
normal.
6 when we last.
I'm looking it up to give you the
Bill was
exact
pitted.
categories. Yeah, it's
I think
plus
he
1
also
for
had like
normal.
a short sort of speed or something.
No.
Or one.
He
you
did.
know, every time you
No,
pass
he
up
just
a
had a
magic
good, really
suit
good
of
short sword.
plate mail or whatever,
Like
wear those
bonus to
bracers.
hit.
It's like a thumb in my eye. Just so you know.
Why?
Because he
Because
could
those
wear 'em.
bracers would be a huge boon. They're typically given to mages because mages can't wear them.
Not that you can't cover your arms.
Okay, so it's plus 1
I
normally,
didn't have that.
No, yeah, actually.
plus 2 versus regenerating creatures,
It's a classic.
plus 3 versus cold using inflammable or avian creatures, which would have included the Dracolich, and then plus 4 versus undead. That's what it is. It sheds light on command because it
I'll
flames.
find some one of these days.
The flames are as bright as a torch, easily igniting oil webs, fire, that kind of stuff.
Especially when I start churning out scrolls on scroll market.
Okay.
No, I have.
And
I have successfully identified the whole story.
yeah, so and
Maybe what the hell he did.
I say we take a
so
week in
the
Charlotte's.
you get 900 additional experience points for identifying it. 900 experience.
Get you home.
Plus 10% because you have strength over 15, so 990 actually. So you can add that into your experience.
The only other thing
Look at me. I'm mad.
what about the magical bow that I got? Because I did that one. I didn't experience for it yet. It's a +1, +2 bow.
With having an alternate
Okay.
property for you?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just a +1, +2. I don't remember what it said.
Short sword.
Which would be
Backstab, but.
700 experience plus 10%, so 770.
I'll take it.
Okay, so in scanning the village, the encampment, okay,
I think my damage is.
you do locate 3 additional things that are glowing as if they are magical.
Then the detect magic wears off and they're still glowing. Oh crap, it's radiation.
Theon's walking, by the way, Theon is
Minus
walking
5
around
pounds.
muttering to himself.
Okay, one of them turns out to be a quiver of arrows that has a total.
Here,
of-
Charlotte, we brought you this. Can we stay here for a week?
has a total of 16 arrows in it, but of those, only 9 are magical.
Okay, so I'll put that in party treasure.
9 magical arrows. Put down 9 magical arrows.
Is the quiver magical too or no?
No, just the arrows.
I mean, none of us really use
Times
those
9.
much, do we?
I do occasionally.
I think I have the most poker bow here. If you
He's the most common user of the bow, for sure.
If you use a bow of doubling with magical arrows, does it do both of them get the bonus?
No, only the primary.
Yeah, my bow just doubles my effective range.
Okay.
Leon's bow just.
And it's metal.
It does magic bonus, but it doesn't have any cool special abilities. For
And my bow is metal.
Yeah, yours. Funny thing is, so I have a short bow with doubling, which means it would be way less effective than Leon's than his long bow.
proficient. I'd be just as skilled in it as you are.
Yeah.
Maybe more so.
I'm not saying.
Except for you have
Okay.
a better deck.
A single ring that's found as magical, and it was being worn by one of the knights under armor.
Under armor.
It's made by
Yeah,
Under
he
Armour?
was wearing armor and wearing the ring.
Is that common?
I mean, it only matters because rings of protection don't stack with armor. They still give the saving throw bonus, but they don't give AC bonus, so most people don't necessarily do that. But
Wearing one right now.
if you're wearing armor, you don't normally get the AC bonus from ring.
Okay.
That's the safe.
I'll take the ring if
It
nobody else
does
wants
that.
it.
There's still that value.
A lot of people, pretty much anyone can use protection as far as what you do.
Yeah, well, but if
You
it's
just said it's typically not a ring.
it's probably not a ring of protection.
I know.
A knight was
Just
wearing
means
it.
it's slightly in that direction. Doesn't mean that it's not. Okay. Anyway, and then there's a third item.
Put it in party treasure for now. We'll divvy it up.
I have one ring.
You've got plenty of room for rings.
I got plenty of room.
You can handle up to 5 more rings.
Damon has his first ring he's ever gotten. I have a ring.
I'm sorry, I have 2 rings. I have the dragon ring. That's a ring, right? Yeah, it's a ring.
I have a ring. I could use a second ring.
Protection.
I can also
+1.
use a second ring.
And it was
Random
worn by a
D6
knight.
invisibility.
Don't you have 2 rings now?
And
The ring with the
non-protection.
knight silhouette that I gave you.
Um,
And you have the ring of non-entanglement.
yeah, that's the one I have. Ring silver counters by. I don't have the other ring on here, so I don't think I ever gave it to me.
What does this new ring look like?
Okay. So
I have 3 rings.
It's a
I have
simple-
nature ring, too.
steel band. It's not even gold or silver, but it does detect as magical.
It's a ring of ready. A ring
Someone
of
got a
ready.
ring that I gave them that it was on the, like, we found a dead body in the porcelain's closet, and it had a gold, or like a knight silhouette on it.
I remember it. I don't know who you gave it to.
I thought I gave it to Jake.
You might just have it and didn't write it down or something.
Probably.
Well, write it down.
Unless you sold it, you might have sold
I
it.
definitely didn't. I
We'll
remember.
just say that you planned on giving it to him and you never did. And while you're doing this thing tonight, you discover it and go, "Oh, well, this was supposed to be yours," and so you give it to him. So now you have it.
So it's a ring.
It has the silhouette of a knight on horseback, lance upraised.
I'm also wearing that ring that I got off the force and backstab guy, in case something would have happened
Okay.
recently that would have triggered that.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. Anyway, probably not.
If it's me backstabbing, then
It's not.
okay.
Didn't have anything to do with backstabbing.
Got it.
Okay. Anyway, in one of the knight's personal belongings, you find a scroll on which, well, at first glance, you look at it and you think it's mage spells.
Oh, how I love you. Let me count the rings.
Okay, I'll bring it to you then. Here, nerd.
So yeah, I'll ask.
Hey,
for
only
any
I call with
of these long swords have any.
It's got nerd stuff on it.
Say that again.
I'll ask if
What was it, nerd?
any of the long swords have any family significance.
I've never heard of such a thing. It's for people who
So,
read books.
anything that looks, that has really standoutish, like the knight would probably, maybe it was an heirloom from their father, or, so if you take something that belonged to a knight, like he would have normally probably handed it down to his son, or at least put it on the wall, that kind of thing. So all of them that are exquisite craftsmanship or magical in nature that obviously stand out, I would think they would be family heirlooms. That's my best understanding, anyway. Okay. You look at the scroll, I presume. Okay. So,
The other way you can look at it is the Draculas killed them, so therefore he collected all, or this is all his stuff.
Yeah,
This
this
is his
is
hoard.
effectively part of a dragon's hoard.
Yeah.
But we killed him outside of his lair, which means all of this belongs to Tiamat.
No, only if he's a follower of
She
Tiamat.
come find it.
She can come.
Yeah,
Don't
she
say
didn't
that.
come get it.
He's gonna say that.
Yeah, bring it on, Tiamat. Oh,
He's just like smited.
yeah.
Kendra, the world is on fire.
Kendra, the cosmos are on fire.
There is no such thing.
I'm trying.
Kendra, the very concept
I
of
do have a
existence is
Tiamat
on fire.
miniature, so if we ever need it.
You have what?
If we ever need it.
I have a miniature for Tiamat. It's like
Oh,
this
right.
big. It stays like this.
You just
Okay,
buy it for-
so
No,
for game.
there are 2 spells The first one is clearly a second level spell.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think you have it. I don't know for sure. So you'd have to roll a percent chance to know it.
All right. Percent chance to know. That is 24.
Okay. So I'll tell you, and then if you already had it, then you didn't need to roll, or you need to learn it anyway. Lehman's Trap.
Nope, don't have it.
You have room for it, right? Because you have 19 intelligence, as long as you use your items.
Yeah,
Is that
so
right?
I'd have to use it in the morning type thing.
Yeah. So.
Actually, I got plenty of room for second level spells. I don't have a lot of those.
Okay. Lehman's Trap is the second level.
It's on a scroll, not on
That is correct. It's
traveling
on a scroll.
pages.
Yep.
Stay tuned for more Lomunian adventures.